One time for your mind. I'm Architect AP, and this is Versus Everything, where we delve deep into the fascinating world of human constructs and processes, stirring up new perspectives and igniting our minds. How's that for an intro? Today I wanted to share something interesting with you that has happened to me recently. I had some chats with a number of people that I've been acquainted with for a very long time, but never really got to know on a deeper level. And you know what? It was an eye-opener for all of us. Because here's the thing, these folks were astonished in a way at the thoughts and the depth that I brought to the conversation, right? And I'm not tooting my own horn here, bear with me. Essentially, in the most respectable way possible, they confessed to me that they had kind of a preconceived notion that I would be a stereotypical meathead, so to speak. And these assumptions essentially were formulated based on my looks and interests. You see, my appearance, for some reason, led them to believe that I would be some sort of a misogynistic or a bigoted person. They assumed that I would hold hate for anyone that was different to me. And it wasn't until they actually listened to some of my material that they realized that these assumptions were actually very incorrect, because as I've demonstrated over and over again, I have a lot of love and respect for women well beyond the realm of sexual dynamics, and I generally don't hate people based on simple disagreements. But it gets even crazier because my interests like martial arts, hitting the gym, motorcycles, seemed to really throw them off. They couldn't quite understand how I could be into those things and still have deep thoughts about life and the human experience. To put it in their words, they couldn't reconcile the muscles and the philosophy. Pretty wild, right? But here's the thing, we fall into the trap of judging the book by its cover way too easily. It's these biases and prejudices that really stop us from understanding and connecting to each other in real terms. But let's go a step further. Why should we care about letting go of assumptions and connecting with people on a deeper level, especially in this day and age, right? Well, my friends, the answer lies in how our personal happiness is disproportionately connected to the happiness of society as a whole. You see, our own happiness isn't separate from the happiness of the community that we live in. We're all connected, like threads in the tapestry of human life. When we judge and assume things too quickly, we rob ourselves of that extra experience that life has to offer us. And it's quite simple, because when we embrace the complexity of being human and have meaningful conversations, we help make our society better. And this leads to our personal happiness. Our own happiness grows when we build a community that's harmonious, when everyone feels valued and heard. Just think about it. When we let go of stereotypes and biases, we make room for compassion and personal growth. We open ourselves to new ideas, perspectives, and possibilities. And that's what makes things new and exciting for us. That's what keeps us going. That's what keeps things improving. We create a society where personal happiness is not at the expense of others, but is rather linked to that of others. Because happiness, in a lot of ways, just like negativity, it is also infectious. You know what I mean? You're still gonna absorb and take in the energy that is around you. So in saying that, my friends, let's not only question our assumptions, but also realize the power we have on molding our environment. As we open up our minds and seek understanding, we become agents for positive change. Essentially, we're creating a world where personal fulfillment and collective well-being go hand in hand. Because in our modern world, it matters. Isolation is starting to become an epidemic. Loneliness is starting to become an epidemic. And despite me being an introverted person, I'm well aware of how isolated I'm becoming, how few people I see, how this camera is, shall we say, my window into the world. This is Architect AP, reminding you to question everything and embrace the joy of learning. Because by doing so, we create a better future for ourselves, for our children, for our society, for the entire human race. Until next time, stay curious and keep your mind open. I'm Architect AP, and this is Versus Everything, one time for your mind.